Mrs. Paula, I'm blaming this video on you right now because I've just driven back from my lip filler appointment, and we'll get to that for anyone who's even going to watch this video because, why would you? But I have just been cracking up all the way back to work listening to your video, Paula, and honestly, girl, you really crack me up.
Consistency. You have to post consistently. I kind of have to sit back and wait for some inspiration. I would post consistently if I could, but truthfully, y'all, I just found myself sitting back waiting for some inspiration.
You're driving along, you're being authentic, you are doing your best to be authentic.
Be yourself. Don't make the algorithm mad.
You're looking for that switch for YouTube being on easy mode. And if anyone can tell us, what switch to flip to go onto easy mode, then, hey, let us both know, right?
I think my YouTube might be busted or broken because I'm quite sure it's not on easy mode. It might be on hard mode. I don't know, but I'm sure it's not on easy mode.
Because honestly, how many thumbnails do we see and people have got that off switch and that on switch and our brains just light up, and we just get this big dopamine hit, don't we? And before we know it, we are pressing watch later and we're coming back to it. Or if we can't wait, we're just watching it straight away. The whole SEO thing, and you get the emails from these young people. For some reason, I think they're young guys saying there are 6 spots in your video where you could have done better. You needed to SEO those 6 spots. And you're completely right. You can't even find 6 spots on your video. Crack me up. Hey, I'm with you. I'm with you. Who isn't relating? Who is not relating? The thumbnail. I swear. You know what? You know who you remind me of? Your sense of humour and the way that you, Mrs. Paula, look at life and reflect on life, and just with your little stream of consciousness, thinkings and thoughts that you do. Like, you really remind me of Jerry Seinfeld. When you compared a thumbnail, and why is it called a thumbnail? Because it doesn't look like a thumbnail. And then you're optimizing your thumbnails. Truly, girl, you're so hilarious. And I haven't left you a comment yet because I was just so inspired when I got to the end of your video that I just pulled up my camera and thought just to make a really quick video. So anyway, I wanted to talk about the fact that I have just had some lip filler done. Now, I hope that I've put a trigger warning. Maybe I should record the trigger warning now. Okay, trigger warning if you don't like. Actually, I may put the lip filler bit on the thumbnail. So hopefully you won't have clicked on the video if the whole thought of that just completely disgusts and repulses you, because truth be known, it is a bit disgusting and repulsive. There's nothing good about the whole experience, but I will talk about that. Let's go there. I don't know, is there a hook? What is the hook? Mrs. Paula, you did not talk about hooks. I'd like you to talk about hooks the next time, please. Yeah, I didn't hook our way into this topic, did I? Anyway, so the lip filler. First of all, nobody needs lip filler. I don't need lip filler, and there is nobody in my life that tells me that I need to get lip filler to be a better person or whatever. It is just something that I started doing I think it's about 6 or 7 years ago, and the last time I had it done was 2 to 3 years ago, something like that. It's just something that I like to do. I'm definitely vain in the way that, I don't love the way I look. And when I met someone once, and she actually was my boss at one stage a few years ago, and she told a bunch of us girls that she got Botox. And I was really intrigued, and she told me the name of the nurse who did it, and I've been going to Smitty ever since. So she's a nurse, she's what do they call them? Aesthetician? I don't know. She's called Radiance Aesthetics anyway, and she's based here in Wellington, and obviously she doesn't know that I'm making this video, and I don't even know if I am an ad for her services, but I hope not to put anybody off. I don't think there's anyone watching this who's in Wellington actually, but anyway, Smitty, I just completely love her. I've been going to her for a number of years now for Botox, and a few years ago we started, doing my lips because I was just really intrigued, and completely, I didn't need to get my lips done, but I just wanted to, and I liked it, and I just noticed that it had kind of worn away quite a bit. So let's just get a close-up for anyone. Like, honestly, if you're really easily grossed out, just look away now. 3, 2, 1. All right, so I'll just try and see if you can see. So I literally came away from Smitty about half an hour ago, and so my lips are quite swollen, and you can probably see some redness, and they will take a few days, maybe a week or 2 weeks to settle down a little bit. I just really like having them done, and I'm not sure if you've ever done something really, really gross and vain like that, because it is really gross and really, really, really vain, but I don't care. I'm just like that. It's just that I wanted my lips to look a little bit fuller like they used to when I was younger. And so, yeah. And you know what? I go back to work and I'm going to get little bruises on my lips, and I just don't have any way to disguise the fact that my lips look like they've just had something done to it. So, yeah, I don't care about all of that, and I'm just very, very open about it. So if you are interested in hearing some of the gory details, I don't get I think it's called lidocaine, or I think it's lidocaine. It's the product that is like a numbing product, and I don't get that. But I have to say, out of the Botox I do on my face, the lip stuff is the most hurty. It hurts. And I sit there, and Smitty, she gives me a little ball, a squeezy ball, in a glove. It's there for me to squeeze. And I have to say, I think in some ways that I've got a little bit of a reasonable tolerance to pain, because I can just usually hack it for all the vain reasons, that if you don't hack it, you don't get the Botox. And if you don't get the Botox, then you don't get the Botox. Yeah, no one's going to die from not getting Botox. Makes little tears come out of the corner of my eyes. I close my eyes like that. Not that I'm afraid of needles. I mean, I don't know. I don't love needles, but I'm not afraid of needles. So I just close my eyes, and Smitty always says to me, wriggle your toes, wriggle your toes. So I wriggle my toes. I tend not to squeeze my stress ball that I've got in a little rubber glove, just because I feel like if I squeeze a stress ball, then I feel like a little bit tense. And so, yeah, I tend to not do that. But she did say to me today, breathe in, breathe in. So I was breathing in, I was breathing out. But yeah, if you want a little bit more of the details, the top lip I find a lot more painful than the bottom lip. The really good thing, if it's something that you are ever thinking about doing, is that once a few of the injections have gone in, there's kind of like a little bit of a numbing effect, or there's like a bit of a numbing agent or something like that happens, like that just helps your lip. I would go and say it reduces the pain, I would say 40 to 50% after you've had a few injections go on. The other thing too that she did today is just a tiny bit on either side of my mouth. I'll point to it now. Yeah. Like, she put a couple of like little drop things in there, because apparently it's all about the scaffolding. It is about heavy lifting scaffolding. Not that I need anything like that. You don't need anything like that. Nobody needs anything like that. The world, we do not need Botox. It's an extremely vain, it's expensive, unnecessary thing to do. But I do believe in, if you want to do something that makes you feel good, go for it. But I also think that it has the other effect too, that women can get shamed by having cosmetic procedures done. Are we being shamed by letting ourselves age naturally, or are we being shamed because we're vain and we're not letting ourselves completely age naturally? Because obviously, we're not doing crazy things. Like, if you look at there's plenty of things about my face that, I don't have Botox on, and like, we're still wanting to look roughly my age. Actually, to be honest, I don't think I want to look my age, but, I'm not trying to look 25 years old or anything, obviously, because, yeah, that's just ridiculous. So we still have to have the smile lines, because it's just scary if you don't have smile lines. As much as I love Nicole Kidman, and I do love Nicole Kidman, I watched a program. It's a Netflix show, and it's the one where her name is Caitlin. I don't know if you've seen that. Anyway, the funny thing is, in my house, and beautiful Zoe Saldana, beautiful Zoe, it took us ages. We watched quite a few of those shows. Here's just a quick little segue. We watched quite a few of the shows in that series, and none of us picked up on what Nicole Kidman's character was, and none of us picked up on Zoe Saldana's character or remembered. So just every now and then would be like, oh, has Nicole Kidman, does she know that this has happened? And what about Zoe? Did Zoe get back home in time to go and see her daughter in the hospital? So anyway, don't know if you know that show or you've watched it, but this is just to say that we have seen her recently in something else, and my son didn't recognise Nicole Kidman. And I'm not trying to shame Nicole Kidman because she is a stunning actress and a stunning human being. And I just love her. I love her acting. I just love her whole mojo. She's a family woman, and I just like the way that she talks about life. And I think she's... Oh, what's happening to my battery there? Okay. I just like the way that she just talks about life, and I just think she's funny. But anyway, my son didn't recognise her compared to the last show that we'd seen her on, which wasn't that long ago. I guess that's just to say, obviously, I would never want to take Botox and filler too far, but at the same time, if no one ever talks about it, then that, almost drives it underground as well. Maybe. I don't know. You'll just always hear me be really, really open, if anyone asks about anything, or hopefully not so completely revolted and grossed out, because I didn't actually film the procedure, because that's next level. I've watched those, and I watched it before I got mine done, and yeah, just saying, lucky I didn't do that. The pain, because it does hurt. It hurts. The reason why I don't get the numbing stuff done, and Smitty doesn't, when she gets her lips done, she doesn't use the numbing stuff as well, is because it does, if you've got reactive skin, it does make some swelling. If you are having swelling while the lip filler is being put in, and your lips are effectively being shaped, because we are building on what you've got. I don't just naturally have a lip shape that, all I'm saying is that there's just a little bit of reshaping and things like that. And I think Smitty's really, really good at it. She's someone who, she doesn't have any clients that she gives crazy duck lips to, and when she's had people that have wanted freaky stuff done, you may well think that what I've had done is freaky. Let's just think freaky plus plus. If she's had people that really want some freaky plus plus stuff done, then, she's just explained to them that that's not the kind of work that she does, and all the reasons. And she's a very kind person too, so she's not into shaming anyone, and she never suggests things like, so it's not like a drug dealer who they want to really, really get you hooked. Smitty is never suggesting new things that you might want to have done or anything. It's purely person-led, human-centered approach. Yeah, she's just amazing. I cannot say too much about her. I cannot speak too highly about her. So I don't get the numbing cream, and that is because when she is shaping your lips, if you've got a bit of swelling, if you've got a little bit of reactive skin, I have reactive skin, then I'm going to get swelling in places that isn't going to help with her deciding where to put the lip filler. I cannot emphasize too much that no one needs to get anything done to their face or their lips or anything like that. And I'm just open about it. If anyone says to me, oh, look, you look good for 54 or something like that. Not that I'm saying I get compliments or anything like that, but if anyone does say that, I'm just straight up about the fact that, yeah, I get Botox. So it's not about the 25 gallons of water that I'm drinking every day. That was all. I just wanted to share that with you. I definitely have got some feelings of vulnerability talking about this, because I think that I'll have some people that, will just not want to watch my videos anymore. And I understand that, because honestly, every time women talk about getting cosmetic procedures done, then I don't know. I just think that it can kind of come across like you're selling out. And truth be known, yeah, I think it is selling out, because, yeah, I just like getting Botox, and I like getting my lips done every 2 to 3 years. And yeah, they will settle down, and they will get, a little bit smaller and thinner over time. And I think that lips are just everyone's preference. Their lips are beautiful things. There is nothing wrong with anyone's lips. There wasn't anything wrong with my lips before I had them topped up this morning. But yeah, I just like them to look a little bit more fuller than what they have been in recent years, just with the turning of time and all of those things. So, yeah. But anyway, if you have got any questions about lip filler, if it's something that you have ever wondered about or you've had done before and it was not a good experience, feel free to share, because things do go wrong. Things absolutely do go wrong. And yeah, once again, I hope you know where I'm coming from, and I hope you have an amazing, amazing day. And yeah, thank you for watching the video.